Okay, so I wanted to make a quick video on the power of the tongue. Um, I have been having this urge to make a video about this, and I haven't been listening to that voice that's telling me, like, share this with someone, share this with someone. So finally, I'm going to go ahead and share. So the first thing I wanted to say is back in April and at the end of April, sorry, back in the end of April, I needed to look up about the power of the tongue because I was going through something. And usually I like to be positive about things. If I do catch myself being negative, I try to stop myself. But for the most part, I try to stay positive about everything. I try not to speak negative words because I do believe that what you say and how you feel, like it can affect you, but it can also affect people around you. And you really don't want that. You shouldn't want to, hurt people with your words, or, you shouldn't be wanting to, wish bad things on people. And I feel like what's going on right now in the world, I think it's just so negative right now that it's almost like the earth can feel it, like, how negative everyone is, and it's like hurting everybody and it's hurting the earth. So anyways, so I was going through something, and so I looked up some Bible verses on the power of the tongue, and you can just go like in whatever Bible app you have, or you can DuckDuckGo. That's what I do. I don't go to Google, but you can like search Bible verses on the power of the tongue, and that's a few ways that you can, find Bible verses if you need to. If you need help finding some and you don't know which ones to look for, because I didn't know, how to find them, and that's the way I found them. There's a lot. So I wrote a few. I wrote 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, but there's way more. So I'm going to read some of them just so you can kind of, get an idea of what I mean by the power of the tongue. And if I can, I'll see if I can somehow put them on the screen. I don't, like I said, or did I say this before? I've never made these kind of videos, so yeah, this is my first time, and hopefully my point gets across. So anyways, I'm going to start off with some of the Bible verses that I wrote down. I don't know if this is backwards or not, but there goes some of them right there if you want to... Wait, sorry. If you want to screenshot those. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try to put this on the screen. So I'm not gonna read all of them because it's too many. But Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21: Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat of its fruits. So that kind of means, like, if you like to be negative, then yeah, negative things are gonna be happening to you. So yeah, and the next one, Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1, a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. I don't like confrontation, so yeah, gotta watch what you say. You don't want people getting mad at you. Another one, Psalm 141, verse 3, set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips. If you catch yourself being negative, saying negative things, you ask God to help you with that. You don't want to be that person that's negative. So anyways, James chapter 3 verse 8, but no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil, full of deadly poison. Yeah. Have you ever had someone tell you something recently, or even when you were younger, when you were a child, someone said something to you and it like stuck, like that's what you remember, like it always comes back and haunts you. That's how powerful and that's how poisonous negative words can be. So when you say things, you have to be like slow to say what you're going to say, and first think about what you're going to say and think about how can this affect the person that I'm talking to. Is it helpful? Is it useful? Is it necessary to say it? So yeah, let's see. I'll read a few more. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 19. In the multitude of words, oh, this is King James. In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. For real. Just be quiet. Pretty much. Just be quiet. Proverbs. Oh, there's a lot of Proverbs. Let's read a different one. Let's see. James chapter 1 verse 26. If anyone thinks he is religious and does not bridle his tongue but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. Y'all representing God. Be careful what you say. Let's see. Let's try Matthew chapter 12 verse 36 to 37. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word they speak. For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. Ooh. We're all going to have to, answer to God for everything that we've said. Y'all, be careful what you say to people. James chapter 1 verse 19. Know this, my beloved brothers. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. I was saying that earlier. That's probably where I got it from. So yeah, those are like some of the Bible verses on the power of the tongue. And then I also wanted to read straight from the Bible, because this was from my notes, but I wanted to read straight from the Bible, some other verses, and then I'm going to share some other things. Okay, so this is Mark chapter 11, verse 12 to verse 14. The barren fig tree is cursed. The next day, when they came out from Bethany, he was hungry, Jesus. After seeing in the distance a fig tree with leaves, he went to find out if there was anything on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, because it was not the season for figs. He said to it, "May no one ever eat fruit from you again." And his disciples heard it. So now we're going to skip down to still Mark chapter 11, verse 20, all the way to 26. So the barren fig tree is withered. Early in the morning, as they were passing by, they saw the fig tree withered from the roots up. So y'all see that? Jesus said, let me go back. Jesus said, "May no one ever eat fruit from you again." And then in the morning, they saw that fig tree was withered. Then Peter remembered and said to him, "Rabbi, look, the fig tree that you cursed is withered." That's how powerful your words are. And no, it's not just Jesus that has powerful words, because I did read some Bible verses earlier that talks about the power of your tongue. So that's how powerful your words are, and that should make you stop and think before you start saying things, especially if it's, to harm someone. Just, it's not even worth it. Just forget about it. Just let it go. Continuing, verse 22, Jesus replied to them, "Have faith in God. I assure you, if anyone says to this mountain, 'Be lifted up and thrown into the sea,' and does not doubt in his heart, but believes what he says will happen, it will be done for him." He's saying, if you tell a mountain, to be lifted up and thrown into the sea, does that sound possible? No. But that's what God's saying. That's what Jesus is saying. If you believe it, make it happen. Therefore, I tell you, all the things you pray and ask for, believe that you have received them, and you will have them. And whenever you stand praying, if you have anything against anyone, forgive him. Forgive him. If you have anything against anyone, forgive him. so that your Father in heaven will also forgive your wrongdoing. Now, you want God to forgive you, right? So just forgive whoever hurt you. Let it go. Give it to God, and He will forgive you. You definitely don't want to be standing in front of Him, being bitter and angry at someone, especially if it's about something silly. Like, just let it go. But if you don't forgive, neither will your Father in heaven forgive your wrongdoing. I don't know if I just read that, but yeah. So, the reason why I wanted to share those Bible verses is because I recently went to a convention, and they were talking about the power of your words. And they showed some slides of one person that did like an experiment. It was probably like a school student that did an experiment, and they bought 2 of the same plants, same plant from the same store. They took care of it the same way on both. They watered it at the same time. They did everything the same except for one thing. On one plant, next to it was a note with positive words, and then on the other plant next to it was a note with negative words. What do y'all think happened? So the one that had the positive words was growing, and it was healthy, and it was fine. The one with the note with the negative words was withered, and it, looked like it was dying. That's how powerful, like, you didn't even have to say it. Like, you just wrote the words down, which makes me think, when you text people, because, oh my gosh, forget that. When you text people, but also when you're commenting on, whatever social media you're on, if you're intentionally commenting to be hurtful, those words are powerful. So, yeah. Another example at this convention was they showed a slide of, I believe it was water, and they spoke negative words to a glass of water, and then they put it under a microscope, and the water, changed the way it looks. And then they did another glass of water, and they put that under the microscope, and the water looked different from whenever you were saying positive words to it. Same thing with snowflakes. I saw the pictures. If I can find out how to put the pictures on the screen, I will do that. But if not, you can just look up what I'm talking about. Another one was the snowflakes, which was the same thing where, the snowflake or the snow that had, positive words looked, pretty or whatever. It had a different shape versus the one with the negative words. Like, that shape was totally different. So yeah, that's how powerful your words are. And I felt like I needed to share that because right now everybody is on edge. People are some people, not everybody. Some people are extremely negative with what they're saying. They're not being careful with what they're saying. And, a lot of it has to do with fear and, and hate and, just, being afraid of, which, by the way, the what ifs are very dangerous. Like, what if I catch the crown virus? I don't want to say it. What if this, what if that, what if I get sick, blah, blah, blah. You're just asking for it, really. That's what you're doing. You're just asking for it. Like, don't focus so much on that. Don't be like fantasizing about the negative. Like, that's all you talk about and that's all you're afraid about, and which that also, it weakens your immune system when you're worried, because God did not make us of fear, right? And also, it's almost like you're saying you don't trust God, that you're going to get through whatever it is that you're afraid of. So yeah, try not to be afraid, and try not to speak about being afraid. What you should do is, go with God. Go with God and pray and ask Him to get you through this, and also believe it. Believe that He's going to get you through it. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I'm going to try to make more of these because I feel like I've been holding back and not and not sharing what's in my what's on my mind and what I feel like maybe God wants me to share. So thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see y'all, or y'all will see me on the next one. Bye.